Hey, are we connected? Hey, we're live. I don't know if there was technical difficulties, but you know what? Overcoming difficulties are what it's all about. And today, we are talking likes and dislikes. 49er Seattle. And what up, Dragonoid the Archangel? First like, I like Dragonoid the Archangel. Yeah, buddy. There was a lot to like about the 49ers taking care of business in Seattle. Likes and dislikes. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, damas and caballeros, 49er faithful, Gary Lamm main event mafia throughout the universe, welcome to Gary Lamm main event Mania! Here we go! Alright. Hey, technical none wasn't work right today, but you know what? Sometimes life doesn't always happen the way you want it to go. But you know, you just fix it. You overcome. You call an audible. You don't call an audible like Brock Purdy did in the end zone to mess things up and throw an interception. You don't do that, but you know, you do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? And you gotta make adjustments. Some things don't work out. You just readjust. You know, you gotta move on the fly. Alright, Dragonoid. Today, it is Seattle 49er likes and dislikes live action, baby. And I'm going to tell you what I liked most of all. I like Steve Wilks and the 49er DBs. A lot of talk about Steve Wilks coming down on the field. I think it's more important than some people give it credit for. But the most credit I'm going to give Steve Wilks is what he's done with these young DBs. And I gave him plenty of blame for starting Isaiah Oliver. We think that was his guy. But now he's given Ambry Thomas a try. Let's just start with personnel. I like Javarius Ward following DK Metcalf. Great job. Was that a Kyle decision? Was it a Steve Wilks decision? They had confidence in him. Javarius Ward was brought here to stop DK Metcalf, the most physical receiver, maybe in the NFC, but definitely in our division. He's no A.J. Brown. I'll try not to go too much into the Eagles, but you got to, because this was a sparring match for the Eagles, and there's some big matchups that I wanted to see how they went down today. And it was the defensive backfield of the 49ers versus the receiving core of the Seahawks, and it's going to give me something. It's going to give me some kind of clue to how the 49ers are going to do against the Eagles next week. And so far, so good. Hey, Dragonoid wants me to go out to Pacheco Square Garden. I'm going to shout out to East Bay Pro. East Bay Pro Wrestling. Great to Gary Lamm and Event Mania. Tremendous card. But you know what? I'm watching college football. I'm saving that money, Dragonoid. Spending time with the fam. Spending time with Panda, if you can see him over there. Hey, Panda, say hi. Panda's sleeping right there. But yeah, I gotta get out to East Bay Pro Wrestling. I gotta catch some wrestling. My favorite sport, the greatest of all sports, professional wrestling. Oh yeah! But you know, Gary Lamm and Event Mania is about how to enjoy life, get in community on a budget. My community with Dragonoid, the Archangel. Panda's right here. Do you see him? I don't want to disturb him. I don't want to pick him up when poor Panda has arthritis. But thank you for asking. Panda's right over there. Sleeping nice and cozy right there. Bam. He's not a leopard. He's a puppy. But I'm easily distracted because you know I'm Gary Lamm, the Macho Lamb. Oh, yeah. All right. But I like how the 49ers personnel, first of all, Charvarius Ward traveled with DK Metcalf. Is that for A.J. Brown next week? You're going to need to do that. I love Demo Lenore. He is built. He has a physical profile. He has the skills to be the nickel back, the guy who stays inside. He's got the shiftiness. He's got the attitude of a linebacker. He ain't afraid to get his nose dirty. Demo Lenore is physically made to be the defense, a nickel back. He earned the outside corner position, but man, he is made for that. And Ambry Thomas, this is where Steve Wilks comes in. Ambry Thomas has a physical profile. The speed, 4'4", about 6 feet, about 190. Likes to play press man. But was inconsistent. Had some big moments as a 49er. A big moment yesterday. A big interception. But Steve Wilks believed in him. 49er Nation, 49er Empire, Dragonoid the Archangel is happy the 49ers won, and so am I! But now that we beat the Seahawks, I'm going to tell you what I liked about it. I'm going to tell you what I like going forward, and we have to clean up. But I like how it's situated. I don't like the Hufanga injury. A lot of people say that Jair Brown and Hufanga are both strong side safeties. But I think Hufanga would be best playing that center field free safety. And I think he'll add, I think he has that in him. I would love Hufanga and Jair Brown, with Jair adding the thump to the defensive backfield. You got Demo on the inside and the nickel adding thump. You got Jair potentially adding thump. Give me that thump. That's what I want. Okay. Jair Brown, I saw him kind of whiff on some tackles, but didn't do anything that's going to mess up the whole show. I like the fear of God he can put in you, Jair Brown. No huge mistakes. This is one of the big matchups I was looking at. Not necessarily the wins and losses, but you got to win the game. Number one, you got to win the game. But the matchup between the 49ers defensive backs and DK Metcalf, who's not as nuanced as AJ Brown. Devonta Smith is probably better than Lockett at this time. But I want to see how the progress, right? And there definitely was progress. Ambry Thomas was fantastic. Tremendous interception. But you know what? You got to know the Eagles are going to test Ambry Thomas. And you know what? Ambry Thomas, we have time enough. Steve Wilks is making these guys look better. They all look better. All right, Dragonoid, you are getting ready. Dragonoid, what Gary Lamm made of it, Mania is about community, and you bring that to me, and that's what I appreciate most. I don't care about the sport. I love the sports, but sports brings together. And you know what? You called me out, brother. I got to make time to go to East Bay Pro, and I'll catch you next time. You want to see how I am? I'm doing good. How are you? You're outski, bro. Enjoy East Bay Pro. I recommend anyone in the East Bay near Pacheco, California, check out East Bay Pro. Family friendly. Yeah, we're gonna chat again sometime. And when I get my life together, when I'm ready to travel, when I'm ready to bring the bucket and drive a far distance, I'll go to East Bay Pro. If I go anywhere, it'll be to East Bay Pro, and we'll chat out there, Dragonoid. I appreciate you, because that's what Gary Lamm's Mania is all about. Having some fun, safe and insane, but on a budget, brother. See you later, Dragonoid. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for checking in. God bless you, man. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. All right. But what the 49ers do have, staying with the defensive backfield, 49ers activated cornerbacks Sam Womack and Darrell Luter Jr. Hey, those are guys coming down the pipe. I wouldn't trust them. Thank you very much, Dragonoid. I wouldn't trust them yet because they're rookies. But you know what? You get in where you fit in, and that's where I'm moving over to special teams. First is a dislike. George Odom. He's doubtful. I thought he had a pec injury, so I hope he's not out for the year. But that is our main special teams guy. I don't like that, but I love the special teams work. The 49ers play complementary football. All right, let me go back to this really quick. I have a question about the 49ers defense. I was going to say let me just go backwards. I'm just getting too excited. Dragonoid, you got me pumped up. You called me out. Gary Lamm, I look exciting, I look fun, but I'm just a homeboy. I like to be at home, travel to the wild backyard, pick up some groceries and hang out with my dog. So I gotta get out more. I'm just a home kind of guy. I'm exciting. I am the party, baby. Sometimes you gotta bring the party on the road. So Dragonoid, thanks for calling me out. Peace and love, brother. But let me just get back to defense before I get to the special teams. I think the 49er defensive backfield has as much to do with Chase Young. As much as Chase Young being on this team, Chase Young is phenomenal. He is run stopper and pass rush, but that extra beat that Geno Smith had to take, that was the difference between 6 sacks and maybe 2 or none. It's a defensive backfield, the linebackers and defensive line working in harmony. And I want to mention this. Zach Charbonnet didn't have a huge game, but he was making some yards. The screen game, which I think the Eagles are going to implement quite a bit, it wasn't that huge a factor. We did not get beat by the tight ends. That's all good. But to me, it's still a question, the run stopping. I think the 49ers should be a run stopping team. And if anyone's watching the whole debacle, the fiasco, Jim Harbaugh, ex-49er coach, now Michigan coach, who's exiled for the whole regular season. Michigan gets the big win over Ohio State. And my sister, this is a shout out to my sister. My sister is a big a big Washington Husky fan. Michael Penix Jr. is going to show out against Washington State for the Apple Cup. Shout out to Chantel Lamm, my sister. I don't know why she's a Washington Husky fan. If you ever see me with a UW shirt, that's my tie. I love my sister. My sister loves UW for some reason. There we go. But I think the 49ers run stopping is still a question because the Eagles are going to run no matter what. But the 49ers have looked better against mobile quarterbacks. The big test is going to be next week. I like what I see so far, but I wouldn't tell you I like their run stopping. A confounding factor is they're always ahead. So maybe the run game, you can't consistently go to it because time's clicking. Time stops for no man or woman. So it's a question mark. I think the run stopping is a question mark. And back to the special teams, the reason why it's a big question mark, the 49ers have, I love the complimentary football, starting with Mitch Wisnowski. He's been fantastic, our punter, pinning teams down way deep, right? But he's making returners drop balls, and back to Sam Womack, activated, tremendous young DB, second year. He made a big play to keep a ball in the end zone. Great job. Darrell Luter Jr., rookie. You may not be able to start. Ambry's ahead of the game. You guys are right there, but you're activated. Man, a touchdown saving tackle on special teams for Luter and tremendous. So Luter and Womack, nice job on special teams. I like that. All right. Likes, dislikes, and questions. Here's my big... I'll tell you my like for... offensive line. Next topic. Offensive line. I like... with Spencer Burford out, I like Aaron Banks, I like Feliciano and Williams in the run game. Christian McCaffrey, 19 carries, 114 yards, 6 per, 2 touchdowns. Hey, that was good. Elijah Mitchell, when he got his time, that was good. I like that. I like what they do in the run game. Like Williams, Banks, Brendel, Feliciano, McKivitz, doing okay. I like Feliciano in the run game coming in for Burford this time. But I don't like Brendel, Feliciano, and McKivitz necessarily in the pass game. We all know what happened. In the NFC Championship game. And I'm not sure I like that. What I do like, now I'm forgetting this guy's name here. Let's go, give me the Niners roster here. I like Warner, the tight end, in the blocking scheme. Now I'm forgetting this guy's name. I gotta give you props. What's your first name? The 49ers drafted 2 tight ends after the fiasco in Philadelphia. And you know what? None of them are even on the team, not even the active roster. And I like them both. But I like what Charlie Warner is giving the 49ers, in pass pro and the run game. Charlie Warner is a blocking specialist. You don't see what he does. He doesn't even show up in the stat sheet. That's why he didn't even a special teams play. A good special teams play. Good job, Charlie Warner. But what he does on offense doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but it's going to be big because I think the 49ers are suspect. Cole McKivitz, he's giving, hey, what's up, Peter? I get distracted easy. I like to see my friends. Gary Lamm, Main Event Mania. It has a sports title, but it's about community, right? We're going to the city of brotherly love next week, and I'm giving some brotherly love to my buddy Peter. God bless you, brother. All right. What I was saying is, I like that the 49ers are using backup tight end Charlie Warner. I can't even remember him getting targeted. But with the suspect offensive line, as far as pass protection, people don't realize how not good it is. It's bottom 10 because of what Brock Purdy does. He moves around a lot. Not so much in the run game. I like Felicia on the run game, but there's a reason why Burford, the Niners think highly of him because he's more fleet of foot, and that translates to the pass pro, right? But Burford makes too many penalties. We talked about that way too much. I'll let him go because he's not playing. But with the way the Eagles pass rush, the defensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, I like what Coach Shanahan is doing, implementing Charlie Warner in the pass pro game. Watch for him. Watch for 2 tight end sets because we're gonna need it against the Eagles. And I'll try not to talk about them too much. But like I said, these matchups that I was looking for against Seattle, the reason why I called them out is I want to see if the 49ers are progressing to beat their arch nemesis. I think the Eagles are right now, currently, the 49ers' arch nemesis. All right, so I don't love Colton McKivitz. I made a video before the season started. I thought when the 49ers were looking internally, I was wrong. I thought it was going to be Jalen Moore was going to be the guy. I was wrong about that because I was just wrong. But I don't I don't love Hassan Reddick on Colt McKivitz, but Warner. I really hope you don't put Charlie Warner one-on-one on Hassan Reddick. But that's what to watch for. But I like that the blocking tight end is actually out there in blocking situations. I like that, Kyle. God bless you. All right. Next topic. The dance, the growth, the bromance between Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy. I like it. It's kind of messy. There's some give and take. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. Let's just start with a dislike. The 49ers really don't, their specialty isn't drop back passing. The 49ers want to run play action. And the reason why I'm always harping on this, the Eagles don't respect our play action. Okay, they don't. I don't think the 49ers should respect the run pass option for the Eagles. And that just hit hurts no matter what. But the Eagles take my advice and just hit the quarterback. So even the play to Ayuk, the touch on Ayuk was a play fake against Seattle, right? But obviously my dislike, I made a big deal of it on the post-game show. I'm begging the 49ers to run up-tempo. First quarter, second quarter. Just run up-tempo. Get some reps in at the right time. But not in the shadow of your own end zone. Why are you going to shotgun twice in a row when you're up 21 in your own end zone? That's not the time. That is boneheaded. That's boneheaded on Kyle. I listened carefully. Someone asked Kyle Shanahan about that play. Like it looked like there was a check, right? But that was part of the offense. That play was part of the offense. It was boneheaded on Kyle. It was boneheaded on Brock to check into that stupid play. It was a bonehead throw. It was boneheaded on any of the captains. Trey Williams said, "Don't do that. That's stupid." Bill Parcells is running is pissed right now, like stupid. Bill Walsh is like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Bill Walsh, when Bill Walsh rolls over in his grave every time the 49ers win a 2-minute drill, that is not elite quality 2-minute drill. And it wasn't the damn time, and definitely not the place in the shadow of your own end zone. That was dumb. That was as boneheaded as Steve Wilkes called the zero blitz right before halftime. The 49ers, like the whole team is like Steph Curry. Brilliance and stupid. They could still win. But I'm just calling it out. Like, what the hell was that? But I do like how Kyle didn't throw Purdy under the bus. He was asked that question directly about why you're going shotgun in the end zone with a 20-point lead. But he said, I kind of put him in a bad position. Yeah, you did. And what makes this worse is because the 49ers don't pass a lot. They don't have the reps to do that. And I've been clamoring for it. Some kind of hurry up. Just to have that in your bag. To have that in your bag. To be ready for the Eagles because you're a play action team, but your main nemesis don't respect your play action. That's why your quarterback got his elbow busted off at the wrong time. Okay. So I do like getting a blocking tight end out there because that's going to be tough for you to have Colt McKivitz. You have Kittle and Warner. That's pretty okay to help. You got two tight end sets. I like that. But the timing of it, where you go to shotgun now? Up 20? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What the hell was that? That's why we choke away. And I made a video before. that if the 49ers could win the Super Bowl, they win it, it'll be because of Brock Purdy. And if they don't, it'll be because of Kyle. Not because Kyle doesn't have a great offense. It's that Brock, his strengths and weaknesses fit Kyle because we don't have, he doesn't run the hurry up offense at the right time. He just doesn't. And they don't rep it enough. Not in practice, not in the games. And yeah, and Kyle does have to dial Brock back. That play was stupid, but the interception was stupid. It was dumb, right? So they gotta this dance they gotta do. Kyle's conservatism, Brock's get it out there, Brock's maybe internal need to prove the doubters wrong, the people who say you're limited. But even you gotta play within your limitations. You gotta live within your limitations. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to take a risk, and know when to run, baby. That's what Brock's gotta do. And he's still young. We're all still young, As long as we're living, we're gonna make mistakes. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. You got to take a risk to get the reward. But you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And Brock's got to know when to throw deep and know when to run. And a nice time to make a play, to take a risk. I really like the play to Brandon Ayuk. The touchdown pass. And this is evidence of what I'm talking about. There's a respect in that relationship between Brock and Kyle. It's a relationship where you are willing to put up with the other person's faults. They're willing to put up with each other's faults. Sometimes Brock is sometimes not set up to win with the pass blocking schemes, and not prepared with a hurry up option when you need it, calling shotgun in the end zone out of the wrong time. But mostly they're okay. Brock making bonehead interceptions, admitting your mistake. It's a relationship where you like 80% about each other, and you're willing to work together to improve the rest of each other to make a completion of a relationship. I like that. But it was really interesting, and I'll get to Brandon Ayuk a little bit more. And we'll lead into that. But first, I'll talk about Brandon Ayuk not getting targeted enough. That's more evidence of what I'm trying to say. The touchdown that closed the game to Ayuk, it wasn't against man-to-man. That's kind of, but it was those four people in the zone. Brock got it over and under and zipped it right in. A beautiful pass, touchdown, 49ers, game over. But that was not within Kyle Shanahan's offense. Kyle said, I thought a check down would be good there. I didn't read that. That wasn't part of the reads. I didn't see that. So this is a good sign. Brock still has to learn, but he's impressing Kyle Shanahan, who don't say nothing nice about his quarterback rarely. He said Jimmy Garoppolo was tough, and he had meant to have a linebacker. And that's it. That's about it. Brock is within Kyle Shanahan's offense. He's finding ways to push the ball deep, to make plays within that offense that Kyle doesn't even see. It's not made to be a drop back passing offense. But Brock is like I said, this is the reason why Brock is inventing ways. He's not only seeing the offense, he's seeing it in a whole other way. And you know what? To Kyle's credit, he's allowing it. And I'm gonna restate. I'm gonna change this claim. It won't be because there's no blame. I'm not gonna blame Kyle or Brock. They're going to have to work together within the strengths of what they have right now. They're going to have to make some changes together for the 49ers to win. They're going to have to allow some mistakes. They're going to have to allow taking chances. It's okay. There's a yin and yang. I want to push. I want to pull back. You want to go. They're going to have to let each other be themselves. and be themselves within that relationship. Be themselves, allow themselves to, but also give and take. It's a great, this is my favorite part about this relationship. It's a give and take relationship. Knowing how to stay within boundaries, Kyle, and be yourself, and knowing when to protect Brock, Kyle, and knowing when to let him do his thing. This is a beautiful relationship, and it sounds like there's mutual respect for the things the other person doesn't know. Respect for elders, respect for the new vision of the youth. This is the most interesting thing about the 49ers right now. And just more evidence about this, that there was a big deal about Brandon Ayuk not getting like 4 targets. There's 2 things that could have led to that. It's a like or a dislike. It's a dislike about the offense. First of all, Kyle did get the ball to Debo, because why take any risks? Debo could run, Debo can get the ball short, you can scheme Debo open, and it takes away that element of going against a shutdown corner. And look for Debo to get a lot of plays against the Eagles. Oh, that's a whole different show. But the quarterback, Brock Purdy, he's making plays for Ayuk. He's believing in Ayuk. There should be more plays. There should be more plays for Ayuk within this offense. And Brock makes them when they're not even there. That touchdown was not part of the offense. That wasn't called. Kyle Shanahan had admitted it. He thought that would have led to a check down. But Brock do such an over and under dime. Boom! He saw it and was able to get there. That's arm talent. Some people go through. Some people are too soft. You got to have Goldilocks. Bam, right in there. You make your number one receiver happy. The 49ers probably should open up more plays for Brandon Ayuk. I don't love the amount of targets, but you do what you got to do to win the game. All right? And it is what it is. But I think I like the respect between the two, the working relationship. I like it, okay? And we're going to have to, we're going to watch for that next week. I'll talk about that next week when I do what to watch for. But we can't just rely on play action. And Brock has been pretty good in drop back situations, just not in the fourth quarter. All right? And we're going to have to, this is the thing. The Eagles have shown they can come back. The Niners have not. That's why I'm harping on this situation. The 49ers have done some things that show that Brock pretty past Ayuk, and a lot of Brock's numbers dropping back show he's good dropping back without play action. He is good, and Brandon Ayuk can get away from top defensive backs. I think Seattle has a great defensive backfield. Back to the Eagles. Slay is back, and so are his buddies. They are complete. They looked good against the Chiefs, who don't have great weapons. But hey, I think the Niners do have great weapons. I want to see that matchup next week. I like what the Niners are doing overall. I like Brock Purdy. And I'd like to wish you, the Gary Lamm Main Event Mania Mafia, a happy holiday season. I love you. Keep it real. Keep it clean. Watch for what to watch for next week as we get more information on the game. I am going to watch Buffalo versus Philadelphia. I want to see how that works out. And I'm gonna watch my sisters, Washington Huskies, in the Apple Cup. Let's say hi to Panda real quick. Oh no, Panda, you okay? Oh no, oh no. Okay, Panda's okay. Panda's okay. Say bye, friends. I love you guys. Keep it real, keep it clean. Panda's okay. I love you. Bye, friends.